Dude, it's another episode in which we have an intro that repeats and loops, and we talk about music.
We talked about that last time, didn't we? The looping?
It does it automatically. It restarts it every time. So every time I reboot StreamYard, automatically loops it. I forgot to click the button. Things are going awry. Here we are.
It's good. It's been a great start to our new schedule.
New schedule. Yeah, lots of questions that I don't have answers for. I don't know what to do. We're not going to talk about Liquid IV today because I got to figure out how we're getting fucking paid first. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I know. I was gonna do an impromptu Liquid IV ad that they probably wouldn't like, but I think other people would. But I don't think I should do that quite yet. We'll wait until
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah. And but right now we're talking beer, we're talking albums, Tunes and Brews. Normally we just I say, hey Rob, you're gonna listen to this album, and Rob says, Drew, you're gonna listen to this album. This time around we switched it up a little bit. But before we get into the details of that, let's discuss the beers that we are drinking. I am drinking a beer that I recently purchased alongside my wife, Karben4 Brewing in Madison, Wisconsin. I got their Idiot Farm. I looked at it and it said Idiot on it. And I was like, gosh darn, this is a beer for me because I am a friggin' idiot. Fruit juice hop sap. Mosaic Citra Simcoe, 4.3 pounds, I think, hops or something like that, and BBL. I don't know what any of that means, but it is a double IPA, Idiot Farm. It's got pretty cool artwork that I really like it. It's Hop Grenade, it says. Idiot Farm double IPA Hop Grenade from Wisconsin, from Madison. Great place. Not a hazy, just a standard double IPA. It's got a nice copper look to it. It's it's got that golden hue. It's got that great smell. Recently before we went to see Ron Funches perform, we went to a whiskey bar, and I asked this guy that was just randomly there about all these like bourbon and stuff, and he had a vast knowledge of it. And he was sniffing the glass. He was drinking it, and he just like knew everything that was going on. And I was like, I hope to get like that someday. Because when I smell this, I just smell beer. I smell an IPA. This smells like an IPA should. And let's see if it's good. Ooh. It's bitter. Got a bold taste. 8.4 ABV. It's not super bitter. I don't get really any so with some IPAs you get that little piney taste to it. This is very hoppy. It's very good. I enjoy it. Idiot Farm. Karben4 never disappoints. They always have good stuff. 120 on the IBUs, Rob. Maybe the most IBUs we've ever had. I thought that it only went to 100. No. 120. This is one bitter bitch.
They can crank it up to 11, man, the IBUs.
Yeah. Rob, you're having a fat tire.
Yeah.
That's New Belgium, correct?
That's New Belgium. It says alternatively powered, high quality, low impact. Since 1991. It's a little bit early or a little bit late in the game. I don't know if I agree with since 1991. It's not long enough. If it was after I was born, you're not allowed to put since then. Like it's old. Am I wrong on that?
Made with premium ingredients, Fat Tire is a bright and balanced beer that's certified carbon neutral.
Don't answer my question.
Since 1991, we've been working to reduce our environmental impact while investing a portion of every Fat Tire you buy into community-based climate action. From certified B Corp New Belgium Brewing, this ale is easy drinking and easy on the planet. It is a golden ale. It is 5.2 on the ABVs and 15 on the IBUs. Yeah, you can say since 1991. It's been, since then, They've been around since 1991.
Since is a trademark term to denote old age, longevity, and historic significance. Do I think that Fat Tire and New Belgium don't have historic significance? No, I'm not saying that. I don't know.
Sounds like you are.
Drew. I'm just saying 1991, I was already 4 years old at this point. So when I see since 1991, it's like when you hear a stat and a record gets broken, and like, nobody's done that since, 1995. And it's like, not long ago enough. I know those quarterbacks are still alive.
Yeah. We're getting old, dude. We're getting old.
We're getting old. I don't know. And we'll talk about that more later, I'm sure, because of what we're going to get into. Let me taste this beer. I'm pretty sure I've done this one. I just didn't have time or energy or money to go and get beer today or yesterday. This smells like a good Wisconsin beer. You don't smell beer like this out here. I don't feel it.
You get that. You can get that in Wisconsin.
It's New Belgium.
Yeah.
Isn't that in, am I thinking of New Berlin? My bad.
New Berlin's Wisconsin City. Correct. Belgium is also Wisconsin. Belgium, but not New Belgium.
Yeah. Isn't this brewery in Wisconsin?
No.
Am I wrong about this? Am I mixing it up?
You are wrong. Yes. It's not from
Fort Collins, Colorado, and Asheville. Whatever. I've been wrong so much the last week. You know what? I'm just going to steer into the skid. I've decided facts to me are no longer relevant.
A lot of people do that.
If I own it, if I can own it enough, it's true. This is a Wisconsin beer, and you know what? Tastes like no, I don't know. It just does. It doesn't taste or smell like a beer that I drink here in California.
Well, let's get to.
I'll go as far as to say that I've never drank beer anywhere else. So anything that doesn't feel Californian to me feels Wisconsin.
Well, let's get to the fattiness of the episode, shall we? Tunes and Brews. Like I said before, normally I send you a record, say, listen to this. Normally you send me a record, say, listen to this. This time we did it differently. We each sent each other three different songs from three different bands or artists, and we said, listen to these three. You pick which one intrigues you the most, and then you will listen to the remainder of that album. So you sent me three artists. I sent you three artists. I ended up listening to Jungle, a band called Jungle, their album called Forever. You ended up listening to a band called PUP and their album Morbid Stuff. The other option,
which I'm not going to lie, if I remember correctly, I had said I like this song and this song. I'm thinking about this band, and you went, if you like this PUP song, listen to PUP.
Yeah, it's good.
That's what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the new format is Drew picks everything.
I guess. I guess. Shit, what was I going to say? Oh, one of the options you gave me.
Are we doing this? Are we going to go all three options?
No, I don't remember what you all sent me. I just know one of them was in French. And it took me a while to realize it was in French. I was just like, what is this person saying?
Oh, that's right. I sent you Au Contraire. Great.
And then like they put like some like guitar on there, like with the drums, and then and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was just like, I don't understand what they're saying. And then I was like, oh, because it's French. That is why. So I didn't pick that one. But do you want to go first, or should I go first?
What do we do when we do this? I've forgotten the format. Like I said, my brain doesn't work. Do I talk about the album that you listen to for me, or do I listen to the album that I listen to for you?
You're going to talk about Jungle. I'm going to talk about PUP. Those are the ones, like you. I'm gonna talk about the one that you listened for me, and then you're gonna talk about the one that I listened for you.
And then we'll give our notes after the other person. Okay, I got
Yes.
you. You can cut all this out. The listeners don't care.
No, it's fine.
More work for you. Yay. Yeah, Jungle is I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you. Yeah. Okay, I'll go. Yeah, Jungle was a band that I was watching a TV show, and the theme song was so good I looked it up, and it was a Jungle song.
Okay.
Happy Man, which is I believe that's the song I sent you.
Yeah.
To listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So the album itself came at a time where I'd moved out to California here, and it's got a lot of California vibes to it, like thematically.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's one of these few albums that I listen to that's like upbeat, and it's just feel music. It's like it's groovy, and it makes me feel good. But then there are some great lines in it too, because it's like I really identified with. There's a line like spent 2 whole years on the rewrite. Tell my friends I'm gonna be all right now, or whatever. To me, that hit me so hard because I just moved out to LA. I spent like 2.5 years in rehab in my head rewriting my life. And then went off to do this new thing, and that's like I don't know. I got a lot out of that album in terms of just coming here alone, rebuilding a new life out here,
mm-hmm.
and just finding that album right when I hit. But there's, I mean, like I don't know. Every song on there is grooving in a different way, kind of. I know you have notes. I'm more interested to hear what you have to say about it, to tell you the truth.
Okay, so Jungle Forever. I've never heard of Jungle before. The 2018 release. It's 13 songs, 45 minutes, 59 seconds, so almost 46 minutes. It starts with Smile, and I was like, I turn it on, and it's groovy. It's bumping. It's upbeat, like you said before, and I was kind of shocked by this choice of yours, and I was like, yeah, this is grooving. I can get down with this. I listened to it. Throughout the beginning of it, it's got a good opening A track, as you would say, the A side, first song. It's good. I like it. It's got some, as it goes through the next few songs, I'm like, okay, these are kind of all sounding similar. So I'm going to focus on what the singer is saying. I'm going to try to focus on the lyrics and understand, the vibe of this record as far as lyrics. I got the music vibe down. Let's look at the lyrics. We get to Happy Man, which is, I think, like the fourth song.
Fourth song, I think.
Yeah, fifth song maybe. And I'm like, I think this song was written for me.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, just like I forget what some of the words. It's something along the lines of like something. Do you think you'll be happy? Or something like when you have like this and this and this, do you think you'll be happy?
I think it's if you buy a dream, you'll get you nowhere or something like that. You can buy a car, you can buy a wife or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's doing his best. He's going to be a happy man too. I took it the opposite way, which is funny because I was like, when I came out here, I was like, oh no, this is written for me. I don't need all that shit.
Yeah.
That shit, you can buy all that and it's not going to do anything for you buying it. You have to go out and do something to get to this place. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I didn't listen to this. I didn't have time to listen to the album before the show. So it's been maybe a few weeks since I put it on. But
it says, buy yourself a dream. How's it looking? Buy yourself a car and a house to live in. Get yourself a girl, someone different. Buy yourself a dream and it won't mean nothing. I mean, I get what you were saying, and I think probably I'm just thinking like I think it was written for me because it's like I do all these things. I've done all these things, and like I am always chasing this dream, but then I'm always coming to the conclusion of this doesn't mean anything. I'm still looking for meaning. even though I have meaning
Well,
in various
I think
places.
I think that's kind of the point, is that it's like, it doesn't, you can have all that stuff, but that doesn't mean,
Yeah.
it's like, you're trying, I guess, to be the happy guy, the happy man too, or whatever. But you won't have that until you're happy.
Right.
It just does. It's as simple as it sounds,
Yeah. And I know, I was just kind of drawn to it, and I was like, okay, they get to Casio, which kind of now seems to shift the sound. So it's like, oh, maybe I don't have the sound under control. Maybe now it's starting to change a little bit. It's got these themes, and then like the remainder of the album, a lot of times they're bringing up themes of dreaming. Dreams are gone and you seem to hold on. That was a line that stuck out to me as well, because it's like, yeah, I've done that. You know what I mean? Like, I was able to do some self-reflecting with this record, which is like, if you're listening to it, just the music, it's like, this isn't a record that shouldn't be self-reflecting. You shouldn't be self-reflecting on it. It should be like, yeah, you're just grooving. Like, this is like an old, like, not a super old club, but like a club for like you and I, where we're just like, yeah, we're vibing with the music, drinking beer, having fun. You know what I mean? And then obviously that shift changes. And it gets weird after Casio. The rest of the record, it gets weird. They really switch it up with the sound, the dynamics of the instruments.
It almost gets a little gospel-y at certain points, and I was really surprised to hear that they're like a British band.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
I didn't know that.
If I remember correctly, I looked them up, and it was like, first off, I was like, okay, these are white guys. That's kind of like that surprised me. Not to go there, but then to find out they're British as well, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
because it has soul to it. It has. I mean, but there, I don't know. It's like, and it's funny to me to hear that you have, like, that you were self-reflective in it, because I was self-reflective in it, and I was coming from 100% different point of view as you, where I was like, I heard this album when I was alone in California. I had just moved out here with nothing and no one, and like, I would actually like crack a beer, get on my skateboard at like 1 a.m. and go skate around on the bike paths and listen to this album. You just be dancing on my skateboard. It made me feel so good.
I mean, House in L.A. stood out. House in L.A. You'll be the sunshine.
That's a really cool song. I really like that song.
Yeah, it was a good one. Like, Lost in the Camera and The Whole Light Changed. Lost in L.A. But you won't care about that eyes full of rain. All that good stuff. And I thought about you in a little bit, because I was like, oh yeah, that little bitch is in Burbank. Just kidding. I didn't call you a little bitch in my mind. I just said it. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said that. I just miss you. I just miss you in my arms.
I know. Well, I miss you too, man. I wish I had a bigger screen. This is, whatever.
I wish I had a more crisp sound of your voice rather than this digitized.
Actually, this is pretty crisp. This is just what my voice sounds like now.
Yeah,
it's the California smog has gotten to my vocal cords.
I hear you. Bad down there? The wildfires got to you yet?
No, that's up by you guys now. I got out when the getting was good.
It's doing okay, but yeah, I mean, this record was pretty good.
It slows down kind of at the end, but I really liked it. That's what I actually listened to the last 4 songs, because a lot of times I wouldn't get that far. Because I always listen to albums basically. Like, I'll just start it at the beginning. Wherever I'm going, that's where.
Well, and there's
whenever I get there, that's when I stop listening. So the end of the album is the what I've heard the least, and I threw it on just before when we were working on loading all this stuff up. And man, those songs are really good, and they're like they jump right back out. Home is really good.
I'm looking at the Home lyrics right now, like, going nowhere, hold tight, because I don't know, man. I ain't lying. Hadn't told me, no one ever told me. Hands on a pistol, only to get you hung. A hand on her face will always get you home. It's
but you can't understand. Like, to me, I can't even understand those words. I don't know. It's like I can understand certain words, and it's enough to give me a feeling.
Yeah, for sure. It invokes, and like the music for sure helps invoke those feelings. Like the instruments, how they're played, how like sometimes it's bass heavy, sometimes it's guitar heavy,
sometimes it's piano or organ heavy,
or vocal heavy even. And for someone who has issues with these higher pitched singing, I have no idea how you'd listen to this album.
Okay, I think I may have figured it out, and we'll talk about this when we get to PUP.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, whatever you want to move on. I mean, this is the perfect segue, I guess.
Oh man, you're gonna hurt my feelings, aren't you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm hurting. I hurt my own feelings. Is what happened.
We can talk about this. The record if you want. Jungle Forever. Overall, it was interesting. Like, and it's really I
would recommend anybody listen to it because it's got so much to offer. And the fact that you actually like kind of thought like had like it made you think the same way it made me think is surprising. Like it means it cuts across a vast like a variety of landscapes, if you will, like because I thought the only reason I identified so much with it is because I was like new in California. It's very California heavy. It has this like upbeat vibe to it, and but I was also like writing at the time about the dichotomy of the city that I was living in now. That's like there's a sadness to it and a like lightness to it at the same time, and there are like themes of that in this album as well, where it's like it does get heavy at times.
For sure. I picked the option that you went with that I guess I chose was PUP's album Morbid Stuff. 11 songs, 36 minutes, 58 seconds. It is they're a band from Canada, PUP. I heard of them a long time ago. The first song I ever heard from them was from their 2014 record. This the self-titled album, a song called Reservoir, which is their first album, and I really liked them. I liked it a lot. The album The Dream Is Over is also really good, but Morbid Stuff is a record that came out in 2019, that April of 2019, and I was kind of at the height of some depression. I was at the height of I was going through some weird stuff because in 2019,
let me think back. Oh, I think I might know.
I was working third shift. I was I don't know if I was quite in the process of buying a house, but I was at I was in some shit, man. I was very depressed because I was in a loveless marriage. I knew I was in a loveless marriage. As far as one, like, or maybe I could say unrequited love.
I just so you know, I knew that too. I'm not trying to. Toot my own horn.
Every day I left for work, there would be another individual in my home. Somebody that was said to be just a friend. I don't know if it was ever really just a friend or not. And then I knew something was going on. I became paranoid. I would drive by my house on my lunch break to see if that person was still there. I was jealous. I felt worthless because the person I was with wanted nothing to do with me. The moment I walked in the house, she was gone. And I put that all on me. I said, what is wrong with me at this point in my life? It wasn't good. It was a really bad moment or bad series of time. And this was really at the height of it. I had these feelings for a long time. I was always trying to fix it. At least this is from my perspective. I was the one always trying to fix it, trying to reunite this family, and it was a mess. And then this album came out. I listened to it, and there's a lot of like certain moments in each song that like just spoke to me or connected to me in a way. The overall sound of it it's kind of similar throughout the album. Starts with Morbid Stuff, the title track of the record. You know, like the second line is, well, it starts with, I was bored as fuck, sitting around thinking of all this morbid stuff. I was thinking about a lot of morbid stuff, you know, and it just like, granted, it wasn't like the same idea, I guess. You know what I mean? I think the singer is singing about other morbid things. I'm thinking about different morbid things. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, I got stuck on death-defying thoughts that won't let up, and it makes me feel like I want to throw up. And I was like, yeah, I feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in a way, this record was very like cathartic to me, because it's like, you don't want to be the only as jealous or as I guess greedy as it is, or selfish as it is. It's good to know that there's other people out there that share similar views as you do, or similar feelings, similar thoughts. So yeah, it was you know, it was what it was. It just, I was able to do that. It goes into Kids, which is one of my favorite songs on the album. That was their first like single off the record. They made a music video for it. They made a Christmas version of that song too, which was kind of funny. But Kids is a really good one. The biggest song that stuck out to me was the fifth song. Again, the fifth song. Weird, oddly enough, this was the song I sent you. Was Scorpion Hill.
Yeah, and Scorpion Hill was because the intro to the song is one thing, and then it changes.
Mm-hmm.
I love the intro.
Okay, you don't love the song?
I like Scorpion Hill. And I'm not gonna lie, like here's lyrically, I actually really do enjoy what he's singing.
Mm-hmm.
I think what this band stumbled into is the fact that it's not. I like you know, it's like man, I can't, I wish I would have written this down. I like came up with a line of how to explain this, because it's like, I like what they're doing, I just don't want to listen to it because and it's on me, because I was listening to it and I was like, this fucking hurts my ears, it hurts my heart, it's angsty. I don't have that kind of angst, so I'm not resonating on the angsty frequency of anger and whatever that comes behind it, right? Like, because it's there, but I totally 100% agree with I identify with it lyrically and what the ideas are, but it's just it's not being said at a tone that that hits me in a place that makes me want to continue to listen to it. It was like hurting my ears, and I was like, God damn it, I'm an old fucking man. Like the whatever it is, like the punching of the drums, or just like I don't know. I listened to a Moneen song because as soon as the album ended, it went to a Moneen song, and I was like, how the fuck do I like Moneen but not this band? I don't really get.
I don't know. I love pop, but I mean, with Scorpion Hill, I think this was like the song. This was the song that I listened to while I'm on my lunch breaks. Not always driving back home, but just I was in a job where I was sleep deprived. I had to go home at 7 a.m, take care of my son, who was like, 2 or 3 at the time, and be with him till 7 o'clock at night. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I have all these fucking things going on in my mind. I knew my relationship was ending. I didn't know what I could do to try to fix it. I tried so many different things. I tried getting us into marriage counseling. I tried doing what she wanted to do. I tried doing all this stuff. There was just one little fact that was being left out of the equation, and had that fact surfaced a little earlier, I would have been like, oh, this makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she really buried a lead there, that's for sure.
But let's
get into that. Let's get back to the lost episodes, the ones that we deleted because
I have them still. But like,
we'll hide it in a Tunes and Brews. No one will ever hear it. Don't worry.
But Scorpion Hill, like it says, like down and out. I've been on the rocks. I've been having some pretty dark thoughts. and like it's towards the end where it says, I'm on the brink, falling deep into debt, falling deep into drink. I can drown those regrets. I don't have to think. And it goes, now I'm working the night shift, asleep at the wheel. I was bursting apart like a flame from a spark, thinking, Jesus, this can't be for real. And I was like, yeah, that's like, that was my mind like to a T, verbalized in a song, and it fucked me up.
And I will say Scorpion Hill was definitely a standout for me on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did, like, because it's not that I don't. It's like it's such a weird thing to try and explain. Where it's like I don't dislike what they're doing. It just like the it's like when like a good story that's put into the wrong medium, and it just like it doesn't like it's like anime. It's actually to me, I guess that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah,
anime might have great fucking story, like the music that you listen to versus the music I listen to, or whatever. This like punk type music.
Mm-hmm.
It's never sat well with me. But I know A, that these people are talented. B, they have something incredible to say. C, that I identify with what they're saying and probably sit on the same fence as they do, or same side of the fence as they do. But the media like the way in which they decide to tell the story is one that no matter how much I try and no matter how many bands I listen to, no matter how much I try and listen to it, it just doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't sit well with me. It's the same thing with anime. Like there's so many people that like I'll talk to them about writing and story structure and stories, and they'll go, if you love this, then you'll love this anime. No, I won't. I fucking won't. Yes, you will, because it's the greatest show. Too bad, because when the fucking colors hit my eyeballs and go into my brain, it instantly turns me off to what they're saying, and I can't. It's not. It's like I'm telling you, I know it's a good story, but I don't like the way it's being presented, and that's on me. That's not on. And that's the same thing with this type of music. I feel like, because lyrically, I was like reading along with the lyrics, and I was like, these fucking lyrics are so good, but this still hurts my ears. And I think it's because I'm old and I really just like I don't know. But that to me, that's the closest way I can put it, where it's like, I don't want to bash any band, especially bands that are putting out stuff like this. Good. It's just, for me, it wasn't. I will say this, like when you get through the next few songs, there are songs at the end that I really did enjoy. And
what were those?
Well, City for sure. City was like, I really like that song.
The last song.
The last song, yeah.
Did you like?
And it slows down. It's a slowed down song comparatively to the rest of the album.
And there's like a medium tempo for, I think, most of the record. Full Blown Meltdown is like, it's like a little faster. It's a little louder.
It's a little faster, yeah. And I gotta look at. Give me one sec here. I don't know if my mic still works when I do this, right? You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I like Sibling Rivalry.
Yep.
Was good. And Bare Hands too. Like the end of the album, I did really. I didn't dislike any of the album. I want to put that out there. Literally, the lyrics on every single song, I was like, I really enjoyed the way that he was putting stringing lyrics together and putting things out there, and even some of like the way that he was doing changes and things like that. But I would say my favorite song is definitely City, and that's definitely a change from the rest of the album to end it.
Well, even like Sibling Rivalry, like I said, like every song has like a clump, like a stanza, if you want to call it a stanza, or a verse, a chorus, a line that like just I could shift it in a way that it pertained to my life at the moment. Sibling Rivalry, it says like, you've always got me on the hook and you didn't even notice. Back in the old neighborhood, just running through the motions. And it might be different. He might have a completely different meaning, the singer or the writer of the song. But I mean,
my guess is he doesn't have the same meaning as what you're.
Yeah, he probably. You're married to a lesbian. No, and I'm
cut it out.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it now, obviously. But in the like when
there was the only thing that was wrong with it then was that it like she just didn't say anything. But and you are going through the mental anguish of self shame and self like loathing and self blame. So I understand when you listen to the lyrics and when you look at what's being said on this album, I can see why it means so much, because I have those albums too where they find you at a time when what they're saying so perfectly mirrors what you're going through, and that's why it's like I want to hammer home the point that it's like, I'm not saying this is a bad album, I'm not saying this is a bad band, not by any means, just not my genre. And that's what it always comes down to. And I don't know what there's gotta be a time, there's gotta be an album that you're gonna throw my way that I can stop saying that about. I need you to find that album.
I've switched it up, I feel.
I don't think you have.
Yes, I have. Near Beer is nothing like PUP. And what else have what else have we talked about?
To be honest, I got a bad memory for these things.
What did I talk about?
Near Beer, I feel like I thought I liked Near Beer, didn't I?
Yeah. What did we talk about last time?
David Bowie? No.
There was an episode, but you weren't on it.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm going through my
Alkaline Trio.
Did
Crimson Alkaline Trio?
Oh, Alkaline Trio. That's right. Well, an Alkaline Trio that wasn't bad. Still not like. Oh
my god.
It was closer.
But you like Moaning? I've tried to listen to Moaning, and like the one album you told me to listen to, I was like, this isn't that great.
But to me, it's one of the greatest albums ever made. That's the thing. Like, where it's like, I don't take offense to you saying that. We have different experiences, and we had these albums hit us at the point in time where we needed them to, and they stayed with us. They come through a filter.
Yeah.
And then that filter keeps them with us in our heads, and it floods back memories of it's like a good friend pulling you out of the water when you're drowning. That's what these albums are for us. And so when somebody says, that guy's not that cool, it's really easy to go like, you fucking saved my life. Get out of here with that shit. And because to me, that's kind of what a good album does, is it feels like it saves your life, because it finds you, especially these types of albums that we're talking about, it finds you in a place where you're it's normally like, that's the thing about the Jungle album, where it's like, it's such an upbeat album, and it still did something for me even though I was happy. But it's one of the few albums that I've ever come across at the right time with happiness, because I don't think I've had a lot of actually feeling joy for long periods of time, to find an album that was like, oh, I identified with this because of this. Most times it's an album that you find it because you're feeling down, and it makes you feel like there's somebody out there, or other people out there that are going through something similar, or at least there's a voice for you to tell yourself what's going on. It's like so. That's why I'm really like, I want to make sure that it's I don't dislike it. It's just it's the same thing. I like, I'm sure I will send you stuff where it's like, you might not dislike it, but you won't like it either. It just isn't. It didn't hit you the way that it hit me, and that's okay.
It's just interesting to me because, like I said before, the singer of Jungle, 99% of it like seems to be falsetto.
Well, but that's the thing. It's not about the falsetto. It's about the. God damn it! I'm gonna use wrong words. It's gonna sound bad. I'm gonna stop myself now. It's because it's.
I had a hard time understanding it sometimes.
I did too, but that's the thing. The voice is more like an instrument sometimes in Jungle, whereas it's like, I don't know. I think back to like that poppy shit that was on the radio when I was growing up.
It's like if the Bee Gees started a rock band.
They're singing up to a microphone, whining about how their rich parents didn't fucking give them a car or some shit. And
who sings about that?
I don't lit or
Lit?
92 or whatever. I'm
Lit?
It's just an idea that it's an idea that I have in my head. Did I not? I'm pretty sure I started this episode by saying I'm wrong about most things and I'm comfortable with it. I'm gonna double down on that now and say I know I'm probably wrong about this shit and I'm okay with it. It's just the way that I feel when I listen to.
You don't
There's a
like
certain
lit?
tone or a pitch or something in the rhythm of it and the singing of it where I just go like, stop fucking, I just don't want to hear. This band is not that band. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is not that band that fits that category. That's not why I don't like this. It's just, it's too punchy to my ears. The background, like the singer, go and do some, like turn these into acoustic songs. I'll probably be fucking your biggest fan. Like,
I think this record is, I think Morbid Stuff is pretty damn perfect. It is one of my, it is like in my top 10 best records of all time for me.
And that's understandable.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to pick, I know what band I'm going to pick next for you. And it's,
okay.
It's different. It's multiple genres rolled up into one. And
all right.
If you fucking don't like it, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, now I don't know what to do for you either because, not either because you just said you do know what to do. But I want you to listen to that French album because it's not all in French, just that one song.
Oh.
I just didn't want to give away the boat, but you'd hate it. Every album I sent you, you'd hate. I feel like, except for Jungle. Jungle, I was very surprised that I'm happy that you took out of it what you did. And like, and I hope you understand, like, I took something out of this album. I'll listen to it again. I'll definitely listen to City again because that song was, I really enjoyed that song. But that's because it was on my frequency, my register. The pacing came down for it. I like space in songs. I don't like it when all the space is used up. Even Monine, who plays fast, they slow it down and they have these big sweeping changes that are like that take you on this thing and they kind of grab hold of you. At least they do for me. I've never been a big fan of these bands that are playing really fast rhythms and then they just have hard changes and hard like in your ear drumming and it's there's something about that's more what it is. It's not the lyrics, it's not the singer as much as it's that, I think. But most bands that do that, they tend to accompany it with this like high pitched whiny bitch vocals that I know that that's not PC or woke or whatever you're supposed to. I don't know, but I just don't know another word. We haven't come up with another word for it yet.
Sure.
Cut that out. I know you want to. I know you're gonna want to. Just edit it out. Edit everything.
Originally, you wanted to go with Circus Survive of the three. I sent you a Circus Survive song, the PUP song, and a Menzingers song. And you said, I guess I will go with Circus Survive.
Circus Survive.
Which I was surprised by because, again, Anthony Green sings very high. I love Anthony Green, though.
I don't know if it's a high-pitched thing. That's the only... I don't know how to describe... I don't know music, man. But I'll say I'm also a hypocrite. Anybody that knows me knows that I get myself wrong all the time. I say the wrong thing sometimes. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll own it. I own it.
You said you liked the Menzingers, too.
I really didn't like or didn't dislike any of the songs that you sent me. But the weird thing is like when it came down to say Scorpion Hill,
yeah,
that lulled me in because the beginning is almost folk music. Like it's folky in his voice and it's slow and then it kicks in hard.
I wouldn't say it kicks in hard. It just speeds up a little bit.
To me, that's hard, man. I don't listen to Slayer. Get out of here.
I don't listen to Slayer either. You must be like the weakest love maker ever if you think that music is hard.
It's about the motion of the ocean, dude.
You're right.
I don't have a lot of energy left at the end of the day. I used what I need to in the way that I have to, and everybody gets exactly what they need.
Yeah.
No more, no less.
How's that been going?
No one's getting anything. I don't know what to tell you. Apparently, no one needs anything.
Well, you just give it your all at work. Now you're tired.
Yeah, I'm in my work uniform right now. I'm sweating. Yeah.
All right. Well, there it is.
I'll tell you what. If I sweat this much from moving a washer dryer, god damn it, I'm gonna sweat a lot whenever that happens.
I think I have a record for the next time we do it. Maybe we'll do it next month.
I really thought that you would like a Monine record. I do. I did think that because the drum, like the bands, but I'll shift gears from that.
I'll listen. I listen.
Fortunately, lately I've been on like a '90s kick where I'm listening to like Oasis and Wallflowers and stuff like that. And then I did go see Neil Young, so I've been listening to some Neil Young too.
Who's Neil Young?
You gotta be shitting. That's gotta be your funniest fucking joke ever, right?
Neil Young. Is that the
Oh my god! Are you selling it this well, or are you trying to make me pissed off?
Is that the? No, I'm thinking of Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond is great too.
Who's Neil Young? Crosby, Stills.
Neil Young. He's from Canada. He did Ohio. He did Old Man. He did Needle and the Damage Done. If you want to get into, I'm not a huge fan of Cinnamon Girl, but he did Cinnamon Girl, Harvest Moon. After the Gold Rush, he's a folk singer. He's
Neil Young.
He did rock. He did. You keep on rocking in the free world, man. Like
he did that song.
He's a protest rocker. He's a folk art. He's amazing. And I was on a big kick, and I just randomly got offered a ticket to the show. I went and saw him, and it made me cry. It made me tear up in joy because like I didn't think I'd ever get to see him, and he sounded so fucking good.
So I'll tell you a story. We did Near Beer on an episode once. The singer of Near Beer's previous band, the Henry Clay People. The first time I saw them was at Summerfest, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they covered "Keep on Rocking in the Free World," and I was like, "Oh, cool." I don't know. I had no idea that was by a song by a person named Neil Diamond.
Fuck you, man. That's you are literally making
wait, no, not Neil Diamond. Neil Young.
Neil Young. Say, hey, have a young person that says, and I go, have you ever heard Bohemian Rhapsody? And they go, no. Let me show it to you. And then when it gets to the part where it goes, da da, I hear a little, and they go, oh, I saw this on TikTok. I have heard this song.
Wayne's World.
Fuck you. They don't even know that.
I was introduced to that song by Wayne's World. I had not heard it ever before that. And then, funny enough, with Bohemian Rhapsody, so I watched Wayne's World, right? And
did Near Beer do that song too? And you're like, oh, no. this is a good song.
No, I don't think anyone can ever really.
Like Mike Myers saying this one.
Yeah. Well, so this was in the days where you could go on the internet and download music illegally, and it was okay. So I downloaded the song, and then I only knew the one part, like the rockin' part from Wayne's World, the climax of the song almost.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to it for the first however many minutes. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this can't be right. This isn't the song that I heard on Wayne's World.
You didn't turn it on and go, oh my God, this is fucking amazing?
I was waiting for the rockin' part.
Me and you are very different when it comes to music, my friend.
I like shit.
I love you.
I like shit loud. I like shit fast, and that's why I have 3 kids.
Well, and I like things slow and drawn out, and that is why I'll be single until I die.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to say that's why you're going to die alone, but
no, I know it. I own it. I'm die alone. I only need to buy 1 plot of land, and I'm not even going to buy it. I'm going to go find it in the woods. I'll dig my own fucking hole.
No. You'll be on there you ever watch the show The Middle?
Yeah.
There's that episode where the husband's dad, he has him drive him out somewhere. And he goes, all right, leave me here. This is where I'm going to die. And it was his intention. Like, you're gonna leave? I'm gonna be dead because I got nothing going on. It's fun.
I'll be that guy. The only difference is I won't have a kid to drive me out there. I'll have to pay a stranger.
An Uber driver.
It'll be a lift, yeah.
It'll be like, you'll just decide, oh, this seems good. And you're like, well, what you doing here, mister?
Yeah, I'll just hand him my wallet and go, I won't be needing this anymore. Don't drive off till I get my shovel and my gun out of your trunk, please.
Oh, well, that took a turn.
I've thought this out, Drew.
Oh, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel better, I'll drive you.
Okay, good. We'll be 85. Well, you'll be a young spry.
Yeah, you'll 81. Be 80. I'll be 81. Man,
yeah.
I'll still be
a lot of life ahead of you.
Yeah. Rob, does this podcast suck?
I mean, I certainly don't. I don't think so, based on being on it. But and not by the feedback from the people that know me. But I can't trust any of them. You know.
Yeah. You want to know something?
Did we get an email?
No, I was approached.
Okay, you're approached.
Yeah, you're right. I did get an email. Somebody at a university in the state of Wisconsin wants me to potentially, if things fall in the right direction, teach a podcasting class as a professor at the university.
Was your first thought, if those who can't do?
Not until this moment.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to put that in your head. Continue. You were telling me a good story.
Nah, I think I'm done. I drink Idiot Farm, the double IPA from Karben4 Brewing. It's tasty, Rob. I really enjoyed it. I really dig the artwork. It's got a little chicken on there. You flip it around. It's got that fucking dude on there. It's got a little pizza on it. I think it's cool. It's good.
Yeah.
Good little thing.
Also the new merch shirts. I showed some people the new merch shirts, or the new merch designs. They were very impressed.
You like that one?
They were like, "Who do you guys pay to do your designs for you?" And I was like, Drew does those.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So I mean, it went after this whole podcasting thing falls apart. Maybe you can do shirts for other podcasts.
Maybe. Yeah. There is that new...
I drank Fat Tire.
Fat Tire. There are new merch designs on the what? Did you see like the Wisconsin license plate one?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I want that one.
I do. I make all the designs. Put them up there if you're interested in them. I think they're fun. I think they're cool. Buy our merch. Go to our Instagram.
The UFO one is very cool. I know
I like that one.
People that will like that one out here, and I really like. I want the Wisconsin plates one.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully that one looks okay when it's printed. I get worried about it sometimes because it looks good on the thing, but like you don't get like samples until you buy one. So I don't really know. I should pick a bunch of shit up, honestly, stickers and stuff. Stickers, mugs, phone cases, shirts, sweatshirts, notebooks, pillows. You can get so many different designs. Not all of them even say Dudes with Brews on them. If you're a Wisconsin person and you feel like where the Brewers play should be called Miller Park Forever, we got a shirt for that. We got if you're a Bucks fan, we got a shirt for that. I gotta figure one out for the Green Bay Packers. It's not quite there yet. I've tried to think of different ones, but I'm coming up dry on that one. You know what I mean?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it kind of is. But the new one, the 8-bit one with a little flying saucer abducting 2 things of beer and a cow. I dig that one. I think that was pretty sweet. Pick it up on our TeePublic. Click our link tree on our Instagram at Dudes with Brews Pod on Instagram. We're on Threads now. Fuck Twitter. We're on Threads. So follow us.
What does that mean?
It's like the metaverse version of Twitter.
Like on the Oculus?
What? No, I don't know if it's on the Oculus. It's an app. It's like Twitter. It's Mark Zuckerberg's Twitter.
In the metaverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
The metaverse is no longer just so that's not just the MetaQuest anymore. It's not 3D virtual reality.
Well, the metaverse is like Meta is the Facebook company. It owns Instagram, Threads, Facebook.
I forgot that he changed all that. I don't know. The world changes too fast.
Yeah.
I thought it was VR. I thought we were in VR, Drew. I was excited.
We should. I don't know. Anyways, the beer I drank was good. I enjoyed it. Tasty.
I really enjoyed the Fat Tire. I drank it. I was done with it halfway through the episode.
Good. All right, Rob.
I'm going to cut you off as much as I can in the last 5 seconds of this podcast.
Pew, pew, audio. Goodbye, everyone.